Welcome to episode 16 of the Learn podcast, where first you learn, you drop the L, and then you earn. I'm your host, Dean the Wealth Coach. A lot of chatters going around about ChatGPT. What is ChatGPT, you may ask? That is artificial intelligence that literally you type anything to it and it will spit out an answer for you. ChatGPT is very powerful. It's a very powerful tool. And that's something that I incorporate in my business and also in my personal life. It has so many different functions that it's capable of so many different functions. Like it can code, it could give you reviews, it can search things for you, anything that you want it to do. Mind you, because it is still fairly new, sometimes it could give you an answer that you weren't seeking. So you kind of have to be very detailed when you're using it. When I first started using it, I was just typing in just random commands and it was popping it out. But if you're looking for a specific type of answer, you have to be as detailed as possible. Think of it as like talking to an actual human what it is that you want it to do. So with ChatGPT, it kind of falls in line, or the reason why I brought up ChatGPT is because it's something that you can use to help scale your business. And if you're looking to get like email sequences built, or you have a new product and you need a description, you can ask ChatGPT to do it for you, or at least give you an alley-oop to start the process of creating a description. I use it, so when I mention personal, you can use it as like a psychotherapist. It's not as good as like a human being psychotherapist. It'll more along the lines it'll be like a friend, like a listening ear of a friend, and it will give you it will respond up to like a certain point as to giving you the answer that you're searching for. But for me personally, it's worked pretty well in terms of asking it questions and it giving its honest answer. You could also, so a prompt that I like to use before doing anything is, with my business, I tell it, you're an expert in XYZ field. And I do this because it's like it puts on that type of hat for that mission or that task that you need it to do. Whereas if you just ask, it'll just give you a random answer. But if you say, you are an expert script writer, then you provide the script, it will spit out a script based on what you said that it's being an expert. Or even if you wanted to do like let's say another script or an infomercial, you can say, write me pretend you're Kevin Hart, or write as if you were Kevin Hart and create an infomercial for me. And it will give you an idea, or it'll give you the idea as to what Kevin Hart would say in an interview or in an infomercial. So that's pretty cool. Also with ChatGPT, what you can do is, if you want a specific command or something for it to say something specific to you, you can write out the prompt. So the prompt is do XYZ. Once you write out the prompt, say, before you start typing, ask me any questions for clarification. And it will say, sure, blah blah blah, and it'll type out the questions for you to answer. Once you answer the questions, it will give you a response based on what you said, what your answers were, and the first prompt that you gave it. So that's been working very well for me. So if that's a tip for you to use when using ChatGPT. The more detailed you are, the more human-like you are typing to it, the better your response will come out. That's what I find. So for people that are trying to scale their business or start a business, starting a business can give you back the freedom of your time when you scale, not when you're starting out. When you're starting out, you're going to be putting in a lot of work. It's a lot of man hours required. And the reason being is because it's starting from the bottom, right? It's like, imagine planting an apple seed for an apple tree. You have to put it in the dirt, give it some time so that it can start to grow roots and then start to grow its trunk. over time, the tree will grow. Once the tree grows, then you start getting the fruit from it. Same thing with a business. You're going to have to be putting in a lot of sweat equity into that business for it to grow before you receive anything from it. But when you do decide to scale and grow that business, you're able to delegate tasks so that you can focus on areas to add more value to your business. So here's a few things that you can achieve when you scale your business. You get to delegate tasks, as I mentioned before. Having ChatGPT is a game changer because a lot of tasks that require writing or even creating steps, ChatGPT can give you that alley-oop, that alley-oop. So with that alley-oop, it's say you need an assistant. The only difference is you're just not talking to sorry. The only difference is you're not physically, or you're not like verbally talking to somebody. You're just typing it to the computer. The great thing is, a lot of people think ChatGPT is just a standalone system or a website, but it really isn't. You can link it with other websites out there or even apps to get it to do the functions that you need to do. There's another site called Zapier where it's pretty much, you can integrate different sites together, and between those sites you can give it commands to do things. So like, say somebody joins your mailing list, you can have it routed to another website or app that says, all right, when somebody joins this website or joins my mailing list, send them out this email newsletter from MailChimp. Like it's like a hub for having everything talk to each other and just spitting out commands. Or you can have a function that you create in ChatGPT, put it into Zapier, that when someone joins my mailing list, put them on a Excel spreadsheet on my Google Drive.
Is your credit score trash? Are you tired of collection agencies calling you? Are you tired of being denied bank loans and credit cards? Well, then you're in luck. I have created an ebook that will help you repair, maintain, and leverage your credit. Don't even consider filing bankruptcy before reading this book. If you struggle with fixing your credit, then this book is for you. If you struggle with increasing your credit score, then this book is for you. If you are unsure on how to leverage your credit, then this book is definitely for you. Click the link in the bio and get the credit guide today.
And it will literally do that for you. Technology is changing so much where a lot of human jobs or human functions are being replaced, so that, well, not so that, but it's being replaced now where you don't need to necessarily find somebody to do it. Where if you can literally create a blueprint as to what it is that you want to do and put it into ChatGPT and whatever coding is needed, then it'll be able to do that. But it will take some time to figure out. The whole thing is, once it's complete, you don't have to create it again. You just need to maintain it and upgrade it, which is a beauty. So you can delegate tasks. You could either hire somebody, or you can have AI technology do the heavy lifting for you. Just input your commands, and then you're good to go. It lets you focus on more valuable things. So if it's something like replying to emails, you can just create like an email sequence from the AI technology, or have an assistant reply to those emails so that you can just focus on growing your business. Automation is very, very vital nowadays. Imagine creating a car from hand, like literally man labor every day, just putting the pieces together, and you can probably spit out 3 cars a day. Whereas you have technology now, you don't even need to have those people there, and you can have the technology running around the clock, and it makes 10 cars for the day, so that you get more output with automation. It's literally a task that is done over and over again, where you just automate it, where it's like, I don't need to do this anymore. I created the outline for it. Now it just needs to be done every time it happens. Also, with scaling your business, it increases your efficiency. As your business grows, you become more efficient by streamlining your processes and procedures. This can save you time and allow you to work fewer hours. You everything The more efficient you are, the better life becomes, because it's less work that you need to focus on with your business. Scaling up then you have scaling up. So scaling up your business, you can increase your revenue without necessarily increasing your workload. For example, if you sell a product, you can increase production without necessarily having to work more hours yourself. You go from handcrafting candles to now going to a machine line that literally does it all for you. Like, imagine doing that, where it's like, okay, I don't have to sit here and do this. The machine does it, good to go. Like, think of Tim Hortons or those specialty bakery shops. Like, they have the big donut machine. Instead of them just hand pressing it, put it into machine, put it in a fryer, spits it out, glaze it on the shelf. Like, that saves so much time that you don't have to be worrying about those things. Creating systems. Systems is something that I love because it saves you time, energy, and money. It goes back to the efficiency again. Creating a system for onboarding new employees, which will save you time when hiring new staff. Imagine somebody coming into an assembly line, and it's not even an assembly line. Imagine having a factory where you build cars, but you have no system in place. It's just, all right, I think that car needs a light, maybe a horn, some wheels. Like, trying to think about that every day just wastes a lot of time. Whereas if you have a system, you come in, it's like, all right, we have our order, this is what we need to do, here's the frame, let's put the doors on. Next comes the insulation, then the tires, then the steering wheel, then the glass, off to the stores. That's like a system. But if you're just always thinking, all right, maybe we need this, that, and the fourth, you're going to miss things. And then there goes your efficiency, right? If you have a new employee come into a system, it's easier to just get things back on track. Whereas if you have no system and then you have to train somebody and you're just spitting things out as you remember, we're going to forget something. And when you forget something, that just screws up your whole process of things. And then your efficiency stops, because now you have to correct that mistake. And there you go. So that's pretty much like the levels or the steps you take with scaling your business. Start off with one thing and work your way up to the next thing. Just take it like steps, just 1 step, 2 steps, just baby steps until you get to that end goal that you're trying to achieve. So to wrap up today's episode, we spoke about ChatGPT. It's a game changer, both in your personal life and in your business life, and scaling up your business. If there's anything that you would like for me to talk about next, leave it in the chat below. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with all my latest episodes. And I'll see you tomorrow for episode 16 of the Learn podcast, where first you learn, then you drop the L, and then you earn.